How's it going, everyone? Wanted to walk y'all through our system. I realized that we really haven't shown you the whole setup, so wanted to go ahead and do that today. So we'll jump right into it. If y'all have questions, comments, let us know what you think. Always looking for ways to improve. And this is our first setup, so there's definitely some things that we would do different when we expand, but at least y'all can sort of see what we're working with out here on the farm. So we had this pole barn that is about 42 by 25-ish. Wasn't being used for anything. We had trailer under there, but we decided we wanted to do this aquaponics. It was an already set up structure. So we'll walk you through into our little oasis. So we dug in these 650-gallon tanks, moved all the big boulders in because we wanted a atmosphere that the kids could enjoy, that we could come out here in the afternoon, sit in here. And I got to tell you, putting up these sunshades has made a world of difference. It drops at about 15 to 20 degrees in here. And we're still working on the outside part. I've got to put roofing panels down at the bottom to keep the rabbits and everything else out. But y'all get the idea of what we want to do. Also plan on the two ends. I'm going to fully enclose those with roofing tin and framed out so that the north wind and south winds are sort of cut off. But we still get enough light in here. So as you can see, we've got our sitting pond, the waterfall, and our two tanks that run all of our tables that we've got. So we've got 6 4x4 deep beds, got a 4x8 shallow and a 4x4 shallow. So we're changing a few things up because we realize the path that we want to take as far as what product we're going to produce for sale. We're going to do a lot of pickled stuff. We're going to do mustards. We really like them. We've got some good recipes, and that's just the route that we want to take. When we expand, we'll do a lot of microgreens, fruits and vegetables for sale, different types of things of that nature. But we're getting the system up and running, so I'll show y'all what we got going on over here. So we've got a bunch of carrots in here right now. I'm gonna have to thin them out some as they get bigger, put them in pots or plants or get rid of them. We've got some zucchini squash. I've got some shishito peppers coming up. They're one of our favorites in the house. Right now there's nothing in this one other than our couple test trays of microgreens, which are doing very well. So that's a broccoli, it's a sunflower, and we actually ate a few last night and they just taste amazing. So we've got these 3 tables are all connected. Got our drain lines going to each. Got plenty of fall. Got our infill line. Got our pump. So what we've done is we added a bubbler system along with just a pump with a filtration on it, and that allows us to circulate the water. As you can see, the water circulates pretty well in this system as well in here. And it's so dark because we've added liquid seaweed to it until we add our fish, so that the plants have nutrients and are able to complete our ecosystem. We still have to add worms, which we plan on doing here shortly once we incorporate the fish. And we're looking into getting a bunch of ladybugs for in here so that they help with the bug situation. And we really haven't had much of a bug situation, but we have run into some worm issue on our corn. So we actually pulled our corn because it was just getting destroyed by the bugs, and that's the only thing that they were going after. So as you can see, this spot is clear and ready for some new plantings, which, like I said, we're going to do a bunch of pickled stuff. So I've got a bunch of seed coming in, and we're going to start planting heavy in the next week or so. Our houseplant section is just doing phenomenal. As you can see, this is all new growth on here. We've got stuff flowering. You know, all our pencil cactus and everything is getting new little shoots to it. But overall, this is our system. You know, we run 3 of these tables at a time. The big tables run for 30 minutes on, 30 off. Unfortunately, 15 minutes didn't quite hit our overflow. It was about a ½ inch too short, so we're running 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off. We're not using any bell siphons or anything like that. What I've done is, in our overflow pipe, I have gone in and drilled a couple 1/4 inch holes into it at the bottom, and as you can see, you know, it drains all the way at the bottom. So once our system shuts off, it allows it to completely drain out back into our system and, you know, get that airflow through there and keep the levels at where they need to be. Well, somebody asked about the pH. We test daily, multiple times a day, especially when summer is here, because it gets super hot. We don't want any extra growth in there, but our pH is running in between 6, 8, and 7. They say 6.5 to 7 is good. When we initially started these systems, we put some balance in there, as well as pH down. It's an organic mixture that we use, and we did it slowly over time so that we didn't overdo it, because I don't want to take it too far down and then have to bring it back up. Rather do it naturally, slowly, and that way it is beneficial to the system. But as you can see, we've got, you know, all of our plants labeled. Got some hot peppers, sweet peppers. We got some purple beauties actually coming up. You can see the peppers seem to be taking a little longer to germinate. Some of our seeds were a little bit older, so I think that's partially why. Still have a few trellis things I want to change and do differently so that our climbing, like our beans and our pickling cucumbers and that kind of thing, start to latch on and have a place to grow. So I've got to add a few more of those. As you can see, I've added them at pretty much every bed except for one and this one right here. So we get a lot of not direct sunlight until either early morning, late afternoon on all of our plants. So we've got a lot of indirect. We're going to be adding lights in the near future. I've got to run all my electrical for it, which I need to do anyways to run our pumps. Now I know there are a lot of different systems out there that, you know, allow for the bell siphons to work. I didn't want to do the bell siphon because if it's off just slightly, running multiple tables, one doesn't ever reach the top and siphon out. In our next system, I probably will, but the pump system and our drain system is working great. It's functioning the way it should, and so we're overall pretty happy with it. So I hope that gives you a little insight into our system. If you have questions, comments, leave them below. We respond as fast as we can. As soon as I see them, I try to answer everybody. So hope y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all soon.